welcome to another special episode of Let's English.
I breathe the colors of my earth, soak in the precious harmony. My earth, she rolls and turns, the days and nights make my life. Oh, earth, remind me again, where all life began. Oh, sweet mother, roll me back on the track so I can breathe again. Fingers that we are, of the hand that is, hands that we are, of the body that is, body that we are, of the earth that gives, love that never wanes. Learning to breathe from trees, learning to melt and flow. Eyes to the rivers, through the lands to the seas, and everything she needs, I breathe, I breathe, I breathe. I breathe.
The United Nations has declared 5th June as World Environment Day. It's a day dedicated to the nature and to make our planet greener and habitable for the future generations. The day raises awareness about the need to care for nature, protect the food we eat, clean the air we breathe, and maintains water bodies' cleanliness. We ought to wake up and build a better place for all lives to sustain on Earth. Our environment is one of the most important aspects to survive on this planet. Moreover, it's the only thing that can make life sustainable. Without it, we cannot survive even a single day. For instance, our skin will burn, the lungs will get ruptured, our blood pressure would rise, etc. Furthermore, we will not have food and water to survive. And this will also be possible because of the imbalance of heat and atmospheric pressure. Thus, it's very important to take care of our environment. Also, abandon all the exploitations that we are causing it. World Environment Day was established by the UN General Assembly in 1974 on the first day of Stockholm on the human environment. 2 years later, in 1974, the first World Environment Day took place with the theme Only One Earth. So, what's the theme of this year? This year, a neighboring country, Pakistan, will host the World Environment Day 2021 in partnership with the UN Environment Programme. This year's observance of World Environment Day will be on the theme of ecosystem restoration and focus on resetting our relationship with the nature. It also marks the formal launch of the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration 2021 to 2030. COVID-19 is changing the way we live and work. The safety restrictions keep many of us at homes, and our outdoor activities have largely been limited. The slowing down of human activities is impacting the environment in many ways. Let's take a look at some of the positive effects of the pandemic. Reports that emerged late 2020 showed that the pandemic had an impact in the carbon dioxide emission. We can consider this a positive impact because the pandemic showed us that it's not impossible to reduce carbon dioxide emission. And it has taught us many lessons on nature conservation. Lessons, albeit learned the hard way. For the first time in decades, the water of river Ganga was fit enough to be drinking, as per a study conducted by the Indian Institute of Technology. With industries and traffics falling silent for a major part of the pandemic, there has been reduction in the noise pollution as well. After several early cases of COVID-19 were linked to a wet market in China, wildlife trade has now become a central discussion on public health. Countries such as China and Vietnam acted quickly to introduce large-scale prohibition of wildlife trade. This is among the biggest positive outcomes of the pandemic. Scientists have reported that plants were growing better because there was cleaner air and water. If we do not save our natural resources, everything will deplete one day and we will be left with nothing, like water, pure and fresh air, etc. So, it's our responsibility to save our Mother Nature and protect it from pollutions and other hazards, which will lead us to a healthy future and a healthy life. Together, let's do good for the environment.